Hi, I'm Kim, and we are here with Florinda today for our weekly Town Talk edition. And Florinda has a big anniversary coming up. It's your 25th in
Yes.
August. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today, of course, and a little bit of history about how she arrived here and her family and what plans they have for the future. So, Florinda, welcome.
Thank you.
And let's talk a little bit about you came here to the United States at the age of 14, so
Yes.
25 years ago. That's telling your age.
Yes.
Tell me how that experience was coming to a whole new, world, so to speak.
Yes. So I have great memories and I have not so great memories, but what I like to remember is the progress I made when I first came until today.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I've accomplished since we moved here. Um, but going back 25 years ago, what I do remember is it was a bit scary for me to, be in a school that I've, never been without speaking any English, new friends, new teachers. So it was scary, but it took me about, I'd say, 2 to 3 years to warm up and learn English, be
Mm-hmm.
more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
speaking.
So you must have had a good teacher to
Yes,
help you with those things. Tell me about that.
several good
Yep.
teachers. But the first person I met was Mrs. Manji, sweet soul. She helped me sign up for classes and, was very patient with me because I knew zero English, but she was able to communicate even though we didn't speak the same language.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of people I think would agree with you that she's a
Yes.
very kind person, and I'm glad that your experience was with her. Not that
Yes.
there aren't any other great teachers out there, but she sure was a good one.
Yeah.
So you had to learn English.
Hmm.
You told me earlier that it was mostly self-taught.
Yes. I just had a little dictionary with me that I brought everywhere I went, and that's what helped me take tests, do homework, communicate with, my classmates.
Wow.
So,
And on top of all of that, then your family decides to open up a restaurant.
yes.
And I think if I remember right, your first location was over there on Main Street.
Yes, we were there 1 year roughly, and then as soon as this location became available, we moved there.
And
And
you've been there ever since.
yes, we've been there ever since. And a few years ago, I decided to purchase the building and do upgrades and just keep improving it, the best I can.
hmm
So,
So you also told me earlier that you went to college
yes.
for business, I'm assuming.
Business
Okay.
administration, correct. I got a bachelor's degree. That was challenging too because it was very difficult for me to go to class and come to work. So I had moments where I wanted to give up and, just not do it anymore. But, I'm very tough when it comes to that. I'm not a quitter,
hmm
so I just kept on going and got my degree.
That would be challenging for anybody. I would imagine it was extremely challenging. Still learning the language issues and
Yes.
perfecting that. As I don't think anybody would be able to tell today that you struggle with that because
Yes.
you've got it down pat. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but let's talk a little bit about the business itself. So, for for people from Taylorville that frequent your place, they know all about it, and I'm sure they have told all of their friends. But for those maybe who haven't visited or aren't from here, tell me about your restaurant. What kinds of things do you serve? What kinds of recipes do you have? Are they family recipes?
Yes, we use family recipes and we cook like we would cook at home. Um, we use fresh ingredients. When I buy like ingredients, I tell myself, would I cook that for my family? It's just the same kind of love I put whenever I cook for customers, to me is like cooking for family. So yeah.
And if you've ever eaten there, I think most folks would agree that um, it is a very loving atmosphere. The the way I've described it is when I order something and I'm sitting at your table and you come to me and present my pizza, I honestly feel like I'm getting a gift. I feel like it's a genuine thing. You present it as though it is a gift. And I think we've talked about this in the past, that you really do feel like it's a gift.
Yes.
To your customers.
It is. It's a pleasure every day to be there and be able to serve food and, you know, have people enjoy their time with their family, their children. You know, I treat it like a home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a home.
So.
And so, speaking of home, you still have your mom and dad helping out. Tell me about that. I know it's Fira's kitchen back there. You don't definitely go back and stir the sauce unless she approves. So,
well, there are days that we bicker. I mean, it's normal. It's
sure
part of, you know, being children and working with their parents. It's not easy. There's been very difficult days working with my parents, but I just, you know, I honor them because they're my parents, and you know, I enjoy having that opportunity to spend time with them because I know that they're not going to be there forever.
Sure.
So.
Sure. Well, and it's a treat. I mean, aside from working that closely with your family all day long, it really is an honor, and to respect their heritage.
Yes.
And all of the things that they've taught you, and those family recipes. I mean, if you've not seen the movie Nona's yet,
I have
you?
not.
Oh, you
I
got to
need
see
to
that.
watch it.
Yeah, you got to see that. But that really talks about, you know, the Nonas of that culture, and how cherished their family traditions and their recipes are.
Yes.
And I've had the privilege of being back in the kitchen a time or two, and to see that is, you know, it's a different world, but it's a really interesting world. And I'm sure in the heat of the moment, when you've got, you know, 70 pizza orders going on, and all of the pasta being cooked and the bread and the salads and all of that, it's hectic. But to be a bystander and to be able to watch that, I enjoyed it, and I appreciate it. So thank you to your mom and dad, of course, and to you and your family for coming here and gracing us with your family and your traditions, because
our pleasure.
It's my favorite. So I'll just say that. So 25 years, you're celebrating in August, and you told me that you're going to be having some sort of a celebration at some point. Talk about that.
I would like to hire, it's an Italian couple that plays and sings. I've already agreed with them that they'll come to Taylorville and, you know, do a performance. And as a thank you to the community for supporting us for 25 years. So that's my plan.
That's great. Yeah. No date yet.
No date yet.
Well, but we will be announcing that as soon as she has all of the details ready to go, and we'll make sure that folks know that and get an opportunity to come celebrate with you and your family. So, all right. So back to remodeling. You mentioned you're going to also be doing some remodeling in the dining room area.
Yes.
That's coming up soon. And what are your plans for that?
So we'll be taking a work vacation coming up in August. We're gonna remodel the dining room. We'll have new floors, new ceiling, everything updated. And so I look forward to that because it's been in my heart to do it for a very long time.
Yeah, that's great. So, floors, paint, ceiling.
Yes.
Maybe a new archway in the entrance.
Maybe.
Maybe a fireplace you mentioned
Maybe
somewhere.
That too.
Yeah. So that sounds great. Yeah. I would imagine that with 25 years in business, you have some extremely loyal customers.
Yes,
And I think, if I can remember right, some of those customers have become your friends as well.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me what your customers mean to you.
They mean they're family to me. I don't see them as customers when they come. I would much rather be up front with them than be in the kitchen. So I'm kind of working towards that too, to where I can float around a little bit more and not be stuck in the kitchen cooking, which I enjoy doing, but I
Yeah.
do love socializing with, my family
Yeah.
up front.
Your family up front.
Yes.
Yeah. And you've got some hardworking staff members in the back that make it
Yes.
all happen with you and your mom and your dad. And
Yes.
um, I would imagine some of them have been around for a while.
Yes, we've had some, I call them veterans.
Yeah.
They've been there a long time. Now we're unfortunately losing a few because, they have other journeys they got to follow in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish them the best for that. And I appreciate their hard work.
Yeah.
And,
But you could never pull off all the things that you do without a good staff. And so I
yes.
think that's important that, we want to recognize them and
Of course.
because they are part of the magic too. So,
yes. I wouldn't be able to do it by myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about what's your favorite dish to cook and also to eat?
I do enjoy making Alfredo sauce. Just because you have to put the right amounts of ingredients to be creamy, and it has to be right, because if you put a little too much of anything, it'll be too thick or too
Too thin.
watery. Yeah, so I love it it's like creamy just enough.
Just enough.
Yeah, so I do
So, what's
enjoy
your
that.
favorite dish to eat?
I would say baked spaghetti. Yeah, it's my favorite
Yeah.
just because the spaghetti absorb all the sauce when you bake them in the oven,
Mm-hmm.
and the flavor is just all over the spaghetti, and I
Oh, for
love it.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I know what my favorite dish is, but that's for another day. So, you also have two sisters. You
Yes,
are the baby.
I am.
Um, and so tell me about your sisters.
So I got two older sisters, Patricia, who lives in Springfield. She has her own restaurant. It's called La Piazza, and it's in downtown Springfield. And then I have Josephine, who lives in Taylorville and works in the restaurant too. So,
Wow. So
yep.
it truly is a family affair.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's great. So we appreciate Florinda coming in today. Stay tuned for upcoming information about when her 25th anniversary celebration will be. And be sure to stop in to Florinda's Pizza at 114 South Main on the east side of the Taylorville Square. I'm Kim, and thanks for watching us on today's Town Talks.